Hi everyone, so we're back again working on our balloons in our pointillism technique. You can see over here I already started working on my fourth balloon, in which I used blue tones of markers over here that are going to help me work on my shading all the way to my light over here. So I started up with the dark color over here. Remember I told you that the sun would be coming from this side, so this part over here would be the light part, and as it goes down it would be darker because there's shade. Sun comes through and the object is going to have a certain shade in the bottom part. So I did this exact same thing over here. See, the sun is coming over here and it's just going darker as it goes down, right? And it goes down onto the right side. Now, so you can use whichever color you want as long it is some analogous color that can match together. I don't want red and green, for example. That doesn't work. It has to be something that's similar. See, over here it's kind of pinkish, it goes reddish, and it goes to dark red. Over here it's a light violet or purple, and it goes all the way to a dark blue. Or here it comes from green all the way to blue. So it has to be similar colors that can match and that you can look at them and it will look even into the painting. Okay, so so for today's work we would start working with I used blues over here because I have purple and I have a bluish green, but then I'm just working over here with the dark colors over here from blue all the way to light blue, right? So now I'm going to show you, we're going to work today one balloon and we're going to work a cloud, okay? Since we're going to work on two objects, I just want you to work on a small cloud and a balloon, okay? So as I was saying, I already used some blues over here, and now I'm going to use 3 shades of blue over here. As you can see, it's going to be dark, a medium, and a light blue. So what I started doing, as I said, the sun is coming from this side over here. It's going to come down. So this part over here is supposed to be light colored, and this part over here should be dark. So I'm looking at my 3 colors, and my darkest one is this marker over here. So what I did was start shaping my cloud with the dark color. As you can see over here, I start with the dark color going around what would be my cloud, right? So now what I'm gonna do also is, since I have this color, my second darkest one will be this one. So I'm gonna use this one to continue entering and combining and mixing my blues, as we did with shading in our first tutorials, remember? So what I'm gonna do is just like work around. Remember that this project has to be with a lot of patience, right? I don't want you to do it 5 minutes before you have to put them on platform. So I want you to really be careful and take your time on working on this project. So you can start as soon as you finish watching this tutorial, and keep on working it, because I think it's going to take you like probably an hour and a half to finish your project. That should be sort of the timing limit, or the timing to expect to finish your cloud and your balloon. So take your time. Remember that when we're doing our pointillism, you start up with really separate dots, and then once you have your colors, you start making them closer, and you make them a little bit more detail, right? So we're gonna start working like this, and we're gonna finish our project. See, now I already finished my 2 values of blue, and I'm gonna do the light color over here, and I'm just gonna really start going really close to my balloon, or sorry, my cloud, and I'm gonna start like drawing its lines, right? So I can define a little bit more my cloud. Okay, so you can see over here, I already started working on my blending. I already put the upper part of my cloud over here with my light blue, and the bottom part of my cloud is with the dark one. And in the middle part, I'm using the middle tone blue. So I'm already blending in some of the blues together. I'm blending in the medium color blue to the light blue over here. See, I already started working on my light blue finished here. Not finished, but I put enough amount of dots already to define a little bit more my cloud. So now what I'm going to do is start filling in the middle part of my cloud and blending in the light part of my cloud into the middle tone. And then I'm going to start working with my darker color all the way up to my middle tone blue. Okay, so let's continue working with our dots and working on our pointillism technique. So as you can see over here, I have already my light tone blue over here, my middle tone, and now I'm going to work on my dark tone. It's not really defined yet because you have to start working little by little. As you start blending in your colors, then you add up a little more so you can give your drawing a little bit of volume and a little shading. So this technique is really like little by little. So you have to be a lot of patience and you have to have a lot of detail on it. Okay, so don't worry if it doesn't look ready quite yet. You're gonna have to take your time a little bit on it. But I think that, as I told you guys before, this is a really, really nice technique to work on. It's really relaxing and it's fun. So I would invite you guys really to really work on it and enjoy while you're doing it, and just let your time be worth it. Put a lot of detail into it. Create your own shadows. I don't know. It's just something that's your design. It's your painting. So you have to really be into it. Just put passion into it. Put a lot of love and dedication to your work, and you'll have a beautiful painting. And once you already are perfecting this technique, you can draw whatever you guys want. It's going to be really beautiful. And you can do a Mother's Day card for next time. You can make a Christmas painting for your parents or something. So this painting is really nice and it's not that complicated to do, but you have to learn how to work the technique so you can do it really nicely, right? You have to know where to put the shadows and how to combine colors, and not rush into working on your project, right? You have to do it really slowly, because also as you do so many dots onto it, your eyes get tired. So you have to rest a little bit, and then once you come back, you can notice some openings, some white spaces that are missing probably. So you can see over here, for example, I'm starting to work on details on my shadow over here, right? The dark part of my cloud. But you can see in this area over here, I have a lot of white space. It's not yet with a lot of dots. And that's because my eye gets tired sometimes, and it just doesn't realize what's going on. So if you're feeling tired, take a 5-minute break and just go back to your painting, and that will help you a whole bunch. Okay, so that's why I recommend you guys to do this project with a lot of time ahead, because in between you taking a 5-minute break, or just going around or having a snack to eat or something, your eye is going to get much better, and then you'll see the details that are missing. But if you're doing it immediately, because you have to upload this into my platform, then you're doing this work really fast, and it's just not going to look as good as if you take your time as you should. Okay, so keep on working on your shadow over here. I'm going to keep on working a little bit more with my dots, and as soon as I finish this, I'm just going to show you guys how it's looking. And so you can do the same thing at home and have fun with it. So just let me work a little bit more and I'll show you the final product of my two pointillism techniques that I'm doing on these two over here. Okay, so I already worked on my my blending over here that was dark, a little bit more lighter in a mid-tone blue, and the really light blue that you can see over here. Now you can see a little bit of details right over here that I used dark colors, right? That's because in a cloud it's not a flat image. It's you can see a little bit of foldings into in your cloud that has shades on it. So that's why I started using dark colors over here and also going back up. So it's a little bit more detailed. Now in a regular painting, you can see that there is also reflection of the light, right? Because the sun is coming in from over here and it gets you a little bit of a warm sensation, right? So to give that warmth into my cloud, I'm going to start using 3 colors. You can use orange, you can use yellow, you can use pale pink or peach color. That depends on how you want this effect to be over here. So I'm just gonna continue. I don't have an orange, so that's why I'm not using orange, but you can use orange onto it, just a little bit of a detail, right? So what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna start with my yellow first. Just give a little bit of a detail over here that gives my cloud the reflection of what the sun would be hitting on the cloud. Just a little bit. Just like that. Right? So I have just little highlights of my yellow. I'm just gonna zoom this in a little bit so you can see better. There you go. So you can see over here, I already started with the cold colors over here and it's analogous, so it's really next to each other. And then I'm coming in over here with warm colors because it's the reflection that we have in nature when the sun hits an object. You have that warmth color inside. So I have a little bit of yellow. I'm not going to put too much detail on it, just so it can pop up a little bit. Just like this. There you go. So I have that. And finally, I'm just gonna put a pinch, a really small amount of this pink, like that. As I said, I don't have orange, but you can use the orange over here so that you can have that little light into your cloud. So basically, you have to keep on working over here with, see over here you can see there's a lot of difference in between my my blending. You can see that there's a lot of like a really strong contrast over here. So what I'm going to start doing is blending it a little bit more. Now over here, something that I also did over here is that you can see I did blending my dark color, my medium color, and then my light blue. But what I started doing, since a cloud is kind of light colored, what I'm doing is I started my blending right over here, and from this area over here all the way to the top, I did a shading. So I'm using my lighter color from a dark shade of my light color all the way to like really small dots up here. So that also you have to consider. You have to start practicing a little bit and working into it so you can see the what goes best with your coloring, your painting over here. And so it will look like natural and it won't have that much of a contrast, and obviously it has to be related to the real painting. So you just have to start working that a little bit up and just have fun with it. That's why, please, once more, take your time working on it. Don't make a fast work. I can tell when somebody so Miss Sandra won't get upset, will do the stuff really fast, and other when my students are really taking their time and making a really good work on it, okay? So make the best out of it. Take your time working on your project, and once you have your project done, I just can't wait to see them in my platform. So I wish you guys a really nice weekend. Have a lot of fun with your parents. I know it's long time we haven't seen each other, and I just really miss you guys. So I really hope things get better and that we can really get together soon, and we can tell each other how things are, and be back in school really soon. But until then, guys, please take care of yourselves. Enjoy your work, and be sure 100% that your teachers are missing you guys and can't wait to see you, okay? So until next class, please just really take care of yourself. I love you guys so much. Until next class, hugs and kisses for everybody. Bye-bye for now.